Tony, what made you leave America in the first place?
Freedom and masculine and feminine polarity. And a new challenge.
What do you mean by masculine and feminine polarity?
In America and Western culture, women are much more masculine. We don't know it because we don't have anything to compare it to in Western culture. But then when you experience other cultures, you experience true femininity.
I see what you mean.
And then, like, you can't be masculine if your wife or girlfriend is masculine also. It has to be a polar energy. That's where the magic comes.
Tony! Round of applause for the 42-year-old scholar. And I think that it's very appropriate that all the women that watch this channel, you watch what this is. The line between a man and a woman has been blurred in the West. So if you've been successfully convinced to choose the bear over the man, don't be mad when the man ends up in a separate forest.
When you hear about expat life in Thailand, you usually hear about the cheap food on the beaches and the slower pace of life. But this guy, just pulling up, took it to a whole different level. Multiple girlfriends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With number 3 currently pregnant. Now, I will say, their look may not be what it is that you are looking for, but their look is not what the typical average modern woman will try to shame you into thinking, which is if you go to Thailand, you're going to be presented with a whole bunch of lady boys. Like, that is their tactic to shame you, to convince you to not go over there to exercise your options. You must understand the genjutsu. Let's go.
Experimental lifestyles and no rules. Today I'm meeting Tony Huge, possibly the most extreme expat in all of Thailand. And trust me, you've never seen anything like this.
It's crazy.
So I've just came into Muscle Factory Gym now, and Tony's just finishing a set here. He's just getting up now. Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, Mac TV.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
I've come to meet you today, Tony. I want you to take me into
all
your
those
world,
girls working
show
out.
me your life, about like the crazy expat life that people can expect here in Thailand.
Yeah.
Where are you originally from?
America.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you lived in Thailand?
5 years.
5 years.
He got his girl
Always
on
in
B-roll.
Pattaya?
I did a year in Bangkok and then 4 years in Pattaya.
How old are you?
Okay.
42.
42.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right.
Let's just back up a minute. Tony
Okay.
Huge, a former lawyer, rose to fame through experimental biohacking. He's featured in movies, documentaries,
Is there videos of him? Can we see what he looks like? Was Tony
he's
Huge
featured on Joe Rogan.
and an Amazon series. And now he's living in Thailand with multiple girlfriends,
Look at this.
showcasing his unconventional lifestyle. I'm not just with Tony today. I'm with Tony's girlfriends. That's right, girlfriends.
Say hi,
There's
ladies.
1, 2, 3 of them here now, and they're just doing a little workout, hanging out at the gym.
Other ones,
Where's
doing
the other
legs.
one?
Oh, okay, there's a 4th girlfriend over there doing legs.
There she is.
Okay, we'll have a chat to these girls in a moment.
First things first, okay? And we will go over the pros and the cons of the situation. I'm sure there's many young men that are currently looking at this content like, damn it, I need 4 girlfriends. Having 4 women around at all times is all not pros, my G. That's the first thing. So let's not romanticize that. But you can't act like this ain't no king shit, all right? Got all of your ladies waking up with you in the morning, making sure that they work out, making sure that their bodies are kept in a particular manner that would appease your insatiable thirst to crush them whenever you want. And these women haven't been indoctrinated into the feminism, westernized, woke mind virus bullshit code that they all seem to love within the West. So these women are taking a man's lead. But let's get back into the content.
It's pretty crazy already. We got one girl
No rings
filming
in
the
sight.
other girls.
Working together like a team.
I think I'm in for a pretty crazy day today. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. Now, as you can see, Tony is built like what we call in England a brick shit house. And I have not been to the gym in quite a while. So being as we're here in a gym, maybe you can show me a thing or two.
All right.
That was horrendous form.
I'm
Tony,
using
fix the
this one
form, baby.
because It's got a nice stretch. It's easy on the shoulder joints.
Tony, what made you leave America in the first place?
Freedom and masculine and feminine polarity. And a new challenge.
What do you mean by masculine and feminine polarity?
In America and Western culture, women are much more masculine. We don't know it because we don't have anything to compare it to in Western culture. But then when you experience other cultures, you experience true femininity.
I see what you mean.
And then, like, you can't be masculine if your wife or girlfriend is masculine also.
Yeah.
It has to be a polar energy. That's where the magic comes.
Tony. Round of applause for the 42-year-old scholar. I mean, it's what we talk about. And I think that it's very appropriate that all the women that watch this channel, you watch what this is. The line between a man and a woman has been blurred in the West. So you can't blame the person expected to get down on bended knee to expand his option set to those with much more traditional mindsets. Oh, by the way, marriage is a traditional construct. So if you've been successfully convinced to choose the bear over the man, don't be mad when the man ends up in a separate forest. Let go.
Tony's just been teaching his girlfriends how to do some ab exercises. We're going to be finishing up here pretty soon and then heading over to... Just arrived at the sauna bar now. I think the girls are going to get changed. We're going to have a bite to eat and let's have a chat with Tony now. What
was that one holding?
Going to get changed. We're going to have a bite to eat.
She got a little. Tony, no disrespect. She work. It's workable. It's workable,
and
Tony.
Let's have a chat with Tony now. What business are you in? How do you make your money? How do you sustain this sort of lifestyle out here?
I was a lawyer in the U.S.
Oh,
I
you
made
said that.
A lot of money. I had a law firm with 23 employees. And I sold the law firm. Yeah, I made some investments and all that back then. So I kind of cruised off that. So I semi-retired at 33 years old. Then I started companies in the supplement industry and became an influencer on YouTube. And then I got censored across everything for talking the truth about supplements and about health.
What's the plan now? We're going to go in the sauna.
Yeah, hot, cold, hot, cold. My favorite things about this city is there's so many amazing
saunas. Well, we are at the sauna bar. Let's do it.
A sauna bar? Dog. What am I doing?
Raising testosterone by putting your testicles in ice, right?
No?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
It's a common thing. A lot of biohackers, they make a bowl of ice water.
Yeah.
And they put their balls in it every day.
Oh, man.
That sounds like a lot of work for one small body.
They're a little
part,
too close for me.
Yeah, that's one of the health benefits of coming in. The sauna is good for your balls.
Yeah.
It's good for your central nervous system.
Take note, boys. Can you just tell me a bit about your mindset?
At the game I'm playing, my mindset is so different from the mainstream, and the mainstream is constantly pushing media on us to conform our mindset to something not optimal. So yeah, it takes a lot of work to maintain my mindset. So every day is a different experiment, and I try different mindsets. I literally try every mindset I can, learn every perspective I can, and see what works. And more of the red pill sort of masculinity, anarchist sort of mindset seems to fit reality the most and give the most amount of tools for success.
I gotta interview Tony.
Okay, I've just got off the bike. I'm outside Tony's house now. The guys are just pulling up here. I've just came into what looks like
a palace.
What do you call this room, Tony?
Well, it's like a living room. Yeah. But you know, girls love to do karaoke.
Oh, wait a minute, Tony.
You call this
Does
room,
Tony have my violin in his room?
Yeah, but
my man's got the same world's tiniest violin that I be utilizing on all the crying woke fembots that we go over on this channel.
You know, girls love to do karaoke, so that's probably what gets used more for karaoke.
It looks like a bit of a man cave.
Wow. The whole thing is a man cave.
Living here with these girls in this house seems like every man's dream, but I'm sure there's some challenges along the way.
Let's get into the real.
It's not always been plain sailing. Let's just make it clear to the audience, how many girls are you living with in this house?
4 girlfriends and one 6-year-old daughter.
Got these 4 girls. How long have you been with each of these girls?
One is baby mama, 2. So I've been with her for 8 years.
Okay, so he already has a kid.
One is 2 years. That's pal. Nita's here right now, also that makes 5. I've been with her for 2.5 years, but she's only here half the time because she gets too jealous, so she has to live separate.
You would expect some, jealousy issues now and then.
Yeah.
Do you ever experience that with the girls?
Every day. I think most people in relationships try to avoid jealousy completely, and they're super sensitive to it. But actually, I realized that women need some emotional roller coasters.
Some turmoil.
They need some drama. They need a little bit of jealousy. It's good to make them jealous, but a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have to constantly manage it to keep their jealousy within a certain range. A little bit of jealousy makes them much more attracted. It makes them compete. It makes them behave better. Yeah. A lot of jealousy makes them shut down. The girls need attention like fuel.
Look at all that land
It's like they're gasoline. And if they don't get enough attention, it's like they run out of gas. They lose their power. And if they got a lot of attention, but then gas has to be distributed evenly. If one girl thinks that she's getting less, she feels bad. If another girl, but the good thing is the girls learned, and I had to teach them, but now the girls understand that they need to manage this amongst themselves. If they
You told it. Content like this gets me heavily conflicted because as a young man that grows up in a country like the States where your purchasing power, if you go to another country, is so much higher. It's like, why not just make as much money as what you can, invest as much money as you can early enough within the States. Go to another country where it's a tenth of the cost for everything else, buy your land, buy your crib, and just live life the exact way that you want to. I would say it's a dream for most men to wake up in the morning, be the king of his domicile, and construct his life in any way that he sees fit. And that's exactly what I see Tony is doing. Now, within that, you also understand that there's pros and cons. He's managing a whole bunch of different women's emotions at the same time. And it sounds like in order to offset some of the emotions, then he kind of has the women kind of playing against each other on occasion, and through their competition, inevitably he gets treated better. But at the same time, though, the con is that you have to manage all of these different women and all of these different emotions. And the fact is that he probably doesn't work as hard now as what he did back at his law firm. So like doing this shit anywhere else wouldn't make sense because you don't have all that, right? Like this sounds like 50%, if not more, of his day that he's managing the women. When you on your grind, when you on your hustle, when you really got to get it, you don't got that amount of time. So it makes a lot more sense to either be single or to be managing one that prioritizes peace. But because his success in the West has allowed him to construct his life however that he wants in the East, he got time for the management of their feelings and emotions. And hey, if he can handle it, if he's got the emotional patience to deal with it, then more power to him. Let's go.
They feel like one of them is not getting enough attention, they have to talk to each other and say, I'm not getting enough attention.
At the end of the day, in my eyes, they all want to live here, and so they've all sort of got to get along.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people live miserable lives, but I don't want that. I don't want that low vibration or that negativity.
Yeah.
So they would actually, a lot of women would be totally willing to live in a situation and be miserable, right? But I need to make sure they're happy because I need a happy environment.
Is it expensive taking care of 4 girlfriends? Do you give them some pocket money? Is everyone equal? How much do you...
There's supposed to be some economies of scale here.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed
do
to go
each
to the
other's
market
hair,
and buy the food.
do each other's nails.
Cheap and they cook it, and you know, so food cost is negligible and all that. But it all adds up because they all want to get their eyelashes done. They all want to get their hair done. Ultimately, they want to keep it even, but every girl tries to figure out a reason why she should get more. Anything.
That's a lot of time.
That's just normal. It's just like children. You just have to say no, right? Actually, women like it when you say they want to ask. They want to try to get what they can, but they want
if you
they
say
want you to draw your boundary. I've tried spoiling girls to keep them, spoiling girls to keep them happy.
That don't work.
It didn't work.
Right.
Like spoiling, actually, that's probably been one of my biggest problems in relationships as a Western man. Is I thought like spoiling the girl with attention, with money, value, that would keep her. But actually, that's me like pushing onto her, and the key is actually having her try to pull from me. The more she has to feel like she's got to compete, the more she has to feel like she has to chase me, the better she acts, the better she performs, the more she levels up herself to be better, to try to keep me. So I just flipped the whole dynamic the other way. So yeah.
Listen, the brother asked about, is it expensive? And Tony kind of beat around the question. Let me try to answer it a different way. It's not as expensive as if he was doing it in the States. Nowhere near as expensive, right? In the States, would he be able to have 4 girlfriends? I doubt it. And I don't mean to hate on the brother, but it is way less likely. Let's go.
They do get spending money. The amount that they get is enough to just live comfortably in this lifestyle and maybe to send money home to family.
Yeah. Cool, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. So the way that I get new girls is I tell my existing girlfriends that if they want to get a girl that can be their friend, then they choose the girl.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because if I choose the girl, they might not get along with her. So it's like a motivation in a positive way that they could get a new friend.
Get a new friend,
and also
hang out.
punishment if they don't find a new girl, then they might get a girl
that they don't like.
Okay. So they're motivated. So she's going to go out with some friends right now. I mean, she's pregnant. She can't really party too much, but she's going to go out and she'll talk to other girls and she'll get their line and she'll message them and she'll make friends with them. And when the opportunity is right, then she'll invite them over and that's how it works.
Sounds good.
Foxy's pregnant, 7 months, 2 months until she gives birth. And, you know, girls get hormonal. She's already a very jealous girl, though. So she comes up and she sees the other girls, the other 3 girls, and she says that the other girls are giving her dirty looks. But the truth is, I know the other girls are not giving her dirty looks.
Yeah, I thought
it's all in her head.
It's a lot of management.
You gave her a kiss, she sat down, it seemed very nice on your part. But...
She used to get violently, aggressively jealous, dangerously jealous. So we've come a long way that now she'll just say, okay, sorry, I gotta go. Before she would have thrown a tantrum. So we made a lot of progress.
It's good to hear. Yeah. What's next for Tony Huge? What do you see yourself doing in 5, maybe 10 years time? What do you want to achieve?
Definitely not about money. It's more like, can I achieve like the highest level of consciousness under all conditions?
A higher state of mind.
All day. It's really easy to reach a high level of consciousness when you're relaxed in a meditative setting, in nature, but or taking mushrooms or something. But can you reach that same state naturally, even in a chaotic environment? That's a big challenge for me. That's where I hope to get.
Self-actualization.
I hit walls all the time because I live out of the matrix, you know, and I push the limits on everything. So it's on a daily basis that I hit some wall that a government or a matrix or a system has put up, controls us. Imagine I'm inside this glass, we're all inside a glass box. And you can't see where the walls are until you actually get up against them and try to pass them and run into them. So it's like I'm going around the entire glass box of the human experience, feeling where all the walls and the boundaries are, trying to look through and see what's on the other side. And this is in every area of life. So in relationships, in business, in psychology.
All right, man. Thanks again.
All right.
Wow.
Cheers, brother.
Thanks, man.
Wow. Guys, I'm going to leave a link to this video down in the description box down below. Make sure you guys go over and show some love to the original content creator. See the other vlogs that he has up on the channel. But you got to be able to pay attention here and what is happening. The real takeaway is that it's not about just having the 4 women. I mean, we utilize that as from a put it in the title, put it in the thumbnail. But the real message or the undertones of this entire video is about having options and being in control of whatever option that you want, becoming unplugged, not relegating yourself to the matrix that you were born in. This man has options because he built himself into being a man of value, whether you agree with the specific choices or decisions that he is making or not. But the truth is simple. Men who build themselves have the options. They get to choose. Men who don't get what they get. They will continue to run on the hamster wheel of life, which is why it's so important that you can figure out your purpose earlier enough in life to derive value, and then that derives flexibility, options. Now, having options or not being dependent as a man, now that's having true power because you get to write your entire script. Even if you go back to, the pictures of Tony, this is lawyer Tony. Don't this man look like he's a part of the Matrix? This man woke up early mornings, committing himself to an organization that probably never even gave a shit about him, utilized his gifts and or talents as he paid off his student loan debt while dealing with whack relationship after whack relationship, unable to find him, unable to unplug, unable to be himself. And then you got this version of Tony, the one that is creating a version of life that he wants to live, that's not scared to ride against the grain and will not be shamed into living a lifestyle that he don't want. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the content today as much as what I did. I'll let you guys know one of my guilty pleasures is to look at content of people living lives in different portions of the world. As someone that has traveled, I think I've been to like 13 or so countries within my life. So I know what it's like to get up outside of your own. And I know that there's a lot of marketing instituted within the West in order to say that this is the best place ever. And the fact is that we're all different. We're all looking for new things, and to think that everything is contained within the bubble that you are currently in is absolutely insane, if not asinine. Do not give in to the prescriptions of this culture that tell you that material goods is what you need in order to be him. No. The person that is him is the person that has options. All right, guys, leave me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself within the confines of this content. And if anything, I'll see you very soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bars need a fibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight gap. And remind that the mind state they lack. Every time that they climb, we go way back. All they wanna be is just